What's up, everybody? We've got a new episode of Monarch Legacy of Monsters to get into. All I ask before we do that is that you subscribe to the channel. It's a huge help, so thank you, and let's dive in. This week's episode got going with a nice, smooth transition from the chaos at the end of 201. It's the same scene. Kong seen his island invaded. We just got it from a different angle, and they showed us everything. The chase was a bit longer, and more importantly, one of those beetles hitched a ride to the Monarch carrier. This was a perfect setup to keep the momentum going into week 2. From there, we went back to the past for the first of many times and worked towards the old head's first encounter with both these beetle monsters and the new kaiju. It was an incredible scene kicking this side of the story off, and it's a great tandem for our Discovery episode. The energy that Anders Holm brings to a young Bill Randa, a young John Goodman, really makes everything click, the good and the bad. Which, speaking of the bad, week after week they give these exposition dumps and supposedly emotional scenes to the young core of this cast, and it's mind-boggling. Not the exposition, that's just boring, but the repeated decision to entrust these three to put the weight on their shoulders with these scenes over and over again, it's simply bizarre. Lucky for them, Mari Yamamoto comes to the rescue there again this week. She gave a huge spark to the crew on the Monarch ship and the show itself. She does it in the past and the present too, although it's not needed as much in the past. That's always been the better half of the show. I've said that a million times, and like I said, the two sides work together very well in 202. The kaiju pursuit, mixed with a second flashback, was another phenomenal sequence. Then that group on the island and their culture, the one in the flashback where, Keiko and Lee stay while Bill goes away, is just so interesting. I want to see the limits of their belief. It almost feels like it might be their own demise when it's all said and done, but even those who seem to be good people, like the chick at the bar who tried saving the day after she danced with Bill, getting them away before this went down, they snap into formation in the blink of an eye. They're committed to this 110%, their god and their secret. This episode just exploded from there too. The second that score picks up and the chaos is underway in both eras, it's truly the best of the Monsterverse. At least for me it is. Old Man Lee, he rides that wave saving the carrier. It's a great moment for the soldier with years to make up for, and I certainly felt the tension while he was under. Then young Lee and Keiko, they meet the kaiju for the first time, giving us our best look yet in the show. I'm a big fan of the newest addition to the universe. I thought this was another solid installment for the second season of the show. Kurt and Wyatt Russell continue to just blow me away with what they're doing, mirroring each other's performances. The flashbacks are wonderful, and my only real problem remains with a small group that I haven't liked in either season. Sometimes it's the creative team doing them dirty, putting them in a bad spot. That absolutely happens, like the Beetle fight on the ship this week, but other times, a lot of the time, they just don't got it, like the exposition dumps and those emotional scenes, and they're everywhere. And so that's going to do it for my review of Monarch Legacy of Monsters 202. As always, I want to know what you guys thought about this week's episode, so let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button on your way out, and make sure you have a great day.